How's it going, everybody? It's been a while since I really did much of audio-based content, or really any sort of content at all, so I do apologize for that. But today, earlier today, there was a new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer, and lots of stuff has been happening. Like new footage from Sonic Frontiers. Of course, the Sonic 2 movie came out. Just so much has already happened, and oh boy. Now with Scarlet and Violet, I'm definitely excited to see more of what is to definitely come. Even after the trailer. But I still have yet to even finish up the newest game, being Legends Arceus. But yeah, actually, let's get right into it, because I don't want to waste any more of your time. I'll explain more stuff after we go over stuff. So, is that place a school, actually? Wait, that's Stonehenge? Or is that Ancient Ruins? Oh! So we have 3D models of our starters! They look beautiful in 3D! They're so cute! And that's one of the new Pokemon that everyone's been freaking out over. It's a small, cute boy. The power of science is amazing. The person has a Pikachu. So let's see. We of course, a Flappy. I've seen so many people freaking out over that little bug and that little planty fella. My goodness, just seeing the ground compared to the Pokepods like night and day. And then there's a big fella that everyone's also been freaking out over. Who's this fella? Oh, he's got a turtle. There's icy mountains and caves. Whoa! Whoa! What kind of trade feature is that? The Venonat, Colossal, Toxapex, Cryogonal, Gengar, Lurantis, Talonflame. Oh! Heck, what is all that? Is this where we get to see the legend? Oh my goodness, that is honestly some amazing looking footage. I haven't got full, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see better looks of them. Whoa! What the? So you got a really big lizard and an android. And their scales. Those look pretty gosh darn cool. Is there any more footage? Nope, but that was definitely a pretty cool closing. Oh boy, it's been a while since I've done... Hold on, pause. Pause video, thank you. Alright, how do I YouTube again? Because I have not done much for audio videos in a long time. And my last video was probably a bit of a train wreck. Whew. So let's see now. Let's break it down a little bit from the top. So, of course, the game seems to be fully open world, and what intrigues me is, well, a lot of things intrigue me, but like things like this. First of all, I can't tell if, no, I'm wondering if there's like two different divisions, first of all, depending on your version, but it's very interesting how it's basically just, orange and either grape or blueberries. Oh, wait, no, I think it's grapes. So it's like, is this whole building a school? Is it the professor's lab? I definitely know that this point right here has a lot still going on. Let's see. I believe that's a lighthouse right over there. There's a really massive mountain with some waterfalls. There's some ruins. A big ocean. Now, also, when I think of this game being fully open world, I'm hoping that it's definitely like more or less actual Breath of the Wild open world, to where you're not having to just warp to one point or the other. Rather, you can actually just explore the whole world rather than having to go through loading screens just to go from one place or another. Which it definitely wasn't bad in Legends Arceus. Just makes me wonder, is all. Let's see. These are professors. So we got Professor Sada. Sada? I don't know how to pronounce that. But I am definitely noticing a similar kind of style to... Actually, I'm not exactly sure, because I never actually played the game, so it's kind of still fuzzy in my mind. For some reason, this style makes me think of the new Pokemon Snap game, but I could be completely wrong. And then you have Professor Turo. And then we have our first ever 3D renders of our starters, and my goodness, are they adorable. And I think that they pulled off the models just perfectly, honestly. I mean, yes, things are still probably going to be updated, and I do definitely notice some possible things I would think that they probably could change, like on the model. I don't know if it's just a new way that they're actually modeling Pokemon, because you've seen how they did like things like Seviper and Magnemite back in the original trailer. So I'm not exactly sure if it has something to do with the new way that they're doing things, or if this is just early kind of like designs, because I mean they kind of do look a little bit blocky when you look at them a little closer, especially kind of like that dividing line between the red and the reddish orange and white segments on Fuecoco, the eyes on Quaxley, and I don't know, their colors do feel a little mushy. I'm not exactly sure. I'm also wondering, it's like, is Sprigatito's eye fixed? Because I know that everyone was freaking out over Sprigatito's eye being leaning an angle just slightly a bit more than the other eye, so I don't know if that was fixed or not. But definitely moving on. I definitely do notice a lot more life with these Pokemon. I have a feeling that those were probably more or less their kind of like introductory animations. Kind of like in Sword and Shield, where all three of the stars kind of like introduced themselves. Next, I have absolutely no idea who this woman is, but my goodness, the detail on the texturing anymore, I've noticed, is just starting to become phenomenal, because my goodness, look at the individual little stitch lines of just the outfit itself. rather than it just being a solid object. The hair, I definitely noticed, might need some work. But again, it's still early footage, maybe, or maybe that's just how her hair looks. Let's see, we get another battle look. And I'm guessing that she's probably the trainer that you first battle against. Also, let's get a better look at... Wait, I clicked pause. Hold on. So basically, that little fella is just a cute little bear. I don't even know what it is, actually. Oh, I know it's an electric type. I think. Judging by all the sparks it had. Also, Fuecoco is just too precious of a little being. But also, this game just looks very much more open. I'm hoping that this game is very much more open world. Looking here at kind of like the different locations. Let's see, you've got, of course, the cave, the icy mountain, normal plains next to a beach, and the mountain. Now, one thing that I'm wondering is this game like a multiplayer? Like, is there like going to be some sort of like feature to where you can actually like play with multiple people on the same server? Because when you think about it, were these the same people? Actually? Yeah. Wait, hold on. This changes everything, actually. When you think about it. This game is now implementing, rather than... Because kind of like with Sword and Shield, where they had the Max Dynamax and the Max Raid battles and everything, where you could join with other players to kind of like help, you know, expand more upon the multiplayer aspect. But now this game just feels like it's going to be like completely like able to be multiplayer. And trainers are just going to be able to just go anywhere they want. Of course, this would be probably online only. And you would be able to, you know, just explore wherever you wanted to go. Off on your own path. In which with this, you would be able to catch, train, and even trade other Pokemon. Also, this little fella is a little... And he's little bud. He looks like... Kind of like, in a way, think of like Petalil. In a way, like Petalil or Budew. It reminds me of that, but... He looks a little bit more terrified than anything. But he's also a precious little bud. And I love him. Also, I never really expected a Pokemon game trailer to have a crit capture. Then there's this little piggy fella. Who's called... Lechonk. His name is Lechonk. He's Lechonk. I don't know if anyone's ever made a meme about that yet, but my goodness, I'm calling him Lechonk. If I ever catch him, he's just going to be Lechonk. Oh my goodness, that was a little bit too... And that was amazing. But seeing the hub, it's definitely very much simplified, having nothing like too striking for buttons or anything. It definitely has a more Legends Arceus kind of style, having very much simplified, kind of like health bars, rather than just kind of just stuck in the camera. I mean, stuck on different positions on the screen, where the enemy Pokemon's health is kind of more stuck above them. But let's see, there's the battle, Pokemon, bag, run, and then there's also a check status feature, which I wonder what that means, actually. Like, does it mean like the status of your Pokemon, or the enemy Pokemon, or what, actually? So we'll just have to wait and see and figure out more about that. Of course, you got your youngster. But also, here's one thing that caught my eye. His shirt. most of the time when in Pokemon, when a character has a character on their shirt, usually it would be kind of like a Pokemon, like the youngsters in Pokemon Masters. The youngsters have a Froakie on their shirt, and I'm sure that many other trainers have had Pokemon-related outfits as well. And this one actually looks like either a brand new Pokemon or a possible new form or evolution of a Tauros. Because that's what I initially start thinking of whenever I see them. Also, the design is actually pretty cool for the youngsters. I like that. Also, Choodle is just big mouth. Okay, also I'm just now realizing this. Are those stations the Pokemon in the Pokemarts? It is. Look, you of course got the guys in the blue suit to represent the Pokemart. You've got your Nurse Joy's in the middle, and then you've got something else over here on the right. And I'm wondering if it's just another shop or if it's a online section or what. But also, it's like, are these what Pokemon centers are now just become? It's very much detailed and it's very much flashy. I can definitely tell you that. And it definitely feels weird having it not being a internal building and everything. It's like, it feels weird. Or maybe these are just kind of like a stop and go, kind of like a gas station where they can appear in multiple places and they're just kind of placed there to help you. So rather than having to go all the way back to a town, you can just go there, which definitely sounds interesting. And this definitely helps prove my point about the online play, to where you're actually able to play with others and trade with them actually, which is honestly really cool. And of course, we got all these Pokemon. Definitely a lot of new animations for moves. What interests me definitely is this really cool looking battle map. I definitely like that. That flag, that like fiery flag that it was showing. I'm wondering if this could represent like a gym challenge or like a gym. Because of course I'm sure that this game probably goes back to the normal gym format. But it has an interesting star on it, and it's definitely a fire type. So I'm guessing that this is the fire type gym, and this is probably the rock or ground type. But I was wondering what was going on in that ground. Is there a Pokemon hiding in there? And then there was just that really tall tower. You seen what I mean, right? Over on the left, that big tower. I'm wondering what that tower is. And then finally we get to what I honestly wish that Pokemon games had high quality CGI cutscenes like these. It would honestly, in my opinion, just help the game look so much better. But I'm also intrigued by the new designs, because I've only seen them briefly, so I never got a good look at them. But I'm just wondering, it's like, what are they really? They look like lizards. But they look like dragons in a way, because they have scaled looks like a lizard, but they're definitely very much diverse. One of them is much more feathered in a way, while the other one is like really futuristic and cybernetic, and I love their designs. Because they're fierce, they're powerful, in which even the robotic one just looks really interesting. And I just wonder what kind of types they're going to be in the game. Like, let's see, hold on, so let's see. Both of them have this like really they definitely have a more humanoid looking appearance, but they definitely have a more reptilian look. Judging kind of like how one of them has a more of a tail and the other one has thrusters. Like, it literally has thrusters. This thing's a machine. Never really expected. Oh no, I forgot there's Genesect. I made big stupid decision, and all that. but in which that one definitely seems a lot more like, well, an electric type. But I definitely wonder if it'll have a secondary type, like, oh, I know, it'll probably be like electric steel for the one for Violet, and then the one for Scarlet. This one seems a lot more, like, it has a lot more of a feathered look. It doesn't have wings, but it's definitely a lot more reptilian, like a lot more of dragon-like reptilian than the other one is. So it's a possibility that it could be dragon type, or maybe even fire type, but I'm just wondering what the other type could possibly be, and if the feathers have any sort of significance. I don't know, it's just, I'm also just wondering what those kind of like crests on them, or kind of like that little bulging section off of them, could also be representing. As the one for Scarlet, it honestly just looks like a big tire, while the other one is, well, I can't really tell. It's just, they both have the same kind of similar trait. So I'm just not exactly sure, like, what kind of, like, dynamic these two are. If they're enemies, if they're allies, if there's a third legendary like many other games, if the story is actually going to be a lot more fleshed out and make sense. I'm not sure. All we can say is that this game is definitely looking pretty bright. But with that out of and with all that out of the way, I think I need to bring up some points. The reason why I haven't exactly been able to post much lately is because of a few reasons. First reason being, in the last month or so has been quite busy. I've had to deal, and the thing is that I had my portfolio show with my graphic and web design college class. I had graduation from college. Despite me still having to take an online class, I still had to go through the entire graduation ceremony. My sister got married. I had to move. So a lot of stuff has been happening, and a lot of days can get very much busy and tiring. But then there's also me still needing to look for a job, and then preparing for having to take the class, my summer class. Another reason why I haven't recorded anything like Legends Arceus lately is because of my new capture card. I got a new capture card for my birthday a while back, if any of you guys haven't read any of my posts yet. But what it is that it actually works differently than my last one, to where it uses the microphone and such from my computer, because I have to hook up the capture card to the console to my computer, and because I don't have any sort of way of plugging up my microphone, I have to use the computer's microphone, and I'm just not exactly sure if it's exactly the greatest thing, because I don't know if you guys have heard the quality of my computer's microphone at times, or even just how bad the fan on my computer can even be as well. So I'm just not exactly sure if my computer would even be good enough for even anything like this, and I don't want to mess anything up or just cause even more issues, like basically the whole reason why I got a new capture card in the first place, because of the old one's issues. So I'm just not exactly sure what to do, and I've been wanting to get help, but it's kind of been a little bit busy for everyone, including family. But the last reason, actually I think that those are the two main reasons, because I'm wanting to do more cooking run videos, but I'm just not exactly sure how to exactly make better looking videos for that. And if I should either do digital or if I should do commentary. Because I know that both ways have their ups and downs. Because I'm sure that I'm pretty sure that my own voice probably sounds terrible on videos. But then when doing no commentary, I feel like I become too boring. But I feel like I become too boring even with commentary. So I just don't exactly know what to do or how to do it because I don't exactly have the greatest access to editing as well. So I'm just not exactly the most sure. But thank you for watching and listening. I hope you're all excited for the new Pokemon game. Please do leave any sort of suggestions or ideas that could help me in the future. I'll try to start posting more content. I just need help with figuring out the content. I'm sorry that this video also has been cutting off many times. My computer just does not seem to really like recording, even though I bought this computer for the purpose of being able to do more on it. But please do tell me ideas that can help me or suggestions. Do tell me any sort of thoughts or theories you might have over anything, and I'll see you all later. So have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.